Good morning, survivors, and happy Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about the 5 stages of grief as they apply to narcissistic abuse recovery, and we're going to make this a quick one today. So let's get to it.
My name is Angie Atkinson, and this channel is all about teaching you what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want.
So I'm sure you've heard of the 5 stages of grief, including denial, anger, depression, and acceptance. Everybody goes through different stages of grief at different points in their lives, and not everyone goes through them in order, and not everyone goes through all of them, but getting to these stages is widely believed to be the way toward recovery from all kinds of grief, including the kind of grief that you experience when you have been abused by a narcissist and your relationship has ended. All right? So what we have to understand is that when something terrible happens to us, we tend to deny that it happened. Okay? We don't want to believe that we allowed it to happen to ourselves, and we don't want to even believe that it's a possibility that it happened. So we excuse it away. And of course, the initial reaction is that, when we kind of wake up from the nightmare, everything will go back to normal. Anybody recognize that one? Of course, about the time we actually decide that, okay, it really did happen, we really did go through this, I can't believe I went through this, then we get mad, we get angry, and we blame ourselves, we blame other people, we challenge our faith even. Sometimes we start to doubt ourselves even more than we did before. And we ask ourselves, how did we allow this to happen? Anger can be one of the longest lasting stages that we go through, and sometimes it carries through into the next stages. And of course, at some point it's valuable and useful during your recovery because it helps you to stay away from the narcissist. But it's natural, as you go forward to start making deals. That's the bargaining part of it all. And we will make deals. We'll be a better person. We'll do things differently if just we can reverse the situation. That it will make promises, hoping that we can reverse the circumstance. And unfortunately, this stage can be short-lived, or fortunately, otherwise, especially when it's a situation where nothing can change what happened. Which in our case, mostly nothing can change what happened. So when it's a situation that won't turn around no matter what kind of promises are made, we have to move into the next stage. So the depression stage then is especially tricky because obviously it can last longer than most people believe it should, and if it's not handled right, it can really be the source of some major problems in our lives. People tend to use the depression stage as an excuse for drugs and alcohol, and it can also be used as an extension of feeling sorry for ourselves, which is really difficult, and it's perfectly normal to go through it, and it's understandable that people do for a little while, but it can become a problem when it gets in the way of moving on with your life. And it's a big reason that a lot of people end up using drugs and alcohol even when they wouldn't otherwise, and especially sensitive people like empaths. So you have to be real careful with this stage. When you get to the point where you're at acceptance, doesn't necessarily mean that you're instantly happy. And honestly, the situation that caused us to grieve, we know it's over, but it just means that we know, okay, we have to continue on with our lives now, and we have to figure out our new lives. It can set a foundation for our new path. So we just have to know that we have to keep going, and that eventually we will find ourselves being happy again if we choose to. Now, this is the only stage where you will feel right moving forward and being happy. So if you're finding yourself able to be happy now, well, my friend, that you might be in the acceptance stage. All right. None of these stages obviously are clearly defined, and some people will experience them quickly, while other people take a lot longer to get through each stage. So that's the basics of, how they apply to us. Now, it's an ongoing process, this healing thing, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It will take a little time, but make the effort to get through these stages of grief as you're going through your narcissistic abuse recovery, and you will find yourself at peace. You will find yourself ready to move forward, looking for the silver lining, always moving in the direction of feeling better, doing better, being better. All right? So I want you to think about that. All right? All right, I'm getting ready to walk Sophie to school, so I'm going to see you soon. So tell me in the comments, have you gone through the stages of grief as part of your narcissistic abuse recovery? Or are you going through them now? What stage do you think you're in? And what could you use help with this week? Let me know in the comments below. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. I'll see you soon. Just got back from the walk, so I will go ahead and play you out with a little clip of that, and I'll see you later today for another video. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.